finally, let's get them eyelash vertex groups. So this will be mod, they need mask eyelash top left, assign. Then let's copy this. This will be bot left, assign. So this is this. This one is that one. I want the left and right, okay. This goes here and this one goes there. And this go to the bottom again. Now on the object modifiers, let's add some mask modifiers for the eyelash top, and I need it inverted. It is hidden now, the top eyelash, so that's when we want to hide the top eyelash, we do that. Let's also duplicate this, also duplicate again. We need 4 of them for maximum organization. This will be the right, and so I can control the visibility of the right side too. For the bottom, left and right, indeed and indeed. So all these are working. Let's rename here, top left, last mesh input, the eyebrow. Let's pick this mesh, then let's duplicate this. Yes, this object has tons of features, so this will be annoying, but let's separate this selection. What I need here, I go on object mode. Let's see what I can keep. The armature modifier as it is. I don't want any vertex groups here, so let's delete everything. Of course it's bugging because there's a lot of stuff here, so I'll keep the subdivision surface modifier, except that now it will be called eyebrows. It could be beneficial that I make some more, at least one subdivision here. There are many ways to improve this, although it's quite cartoony. This follows the shape that I want for the eyebrow on the eye contours. It's also a bit too bold right now. I need a material color for it. Okay, for this color let's give something different. Here too, maybe it's too dark. I want to create a shrink wrap modifier here, and I want to shrink wrap this mesh to the on surface. Then maybe it can have some offset. No, actually we'll do the inverse. It will be inside eyebrows. Also a solidify modifier. There's no vertex group because it's the whole mesh for that mesh object here. Offset I start at 0 and start growing outwards. So this is a simple strategy, and I hope this would be good enough. Feel is important, and only rim usually helps. Let's make some slight adjustments here. Maybe I should create another extrusion here. It's good to have some amount of geometry for this, even though it is subdivided already, especially on the place that we want to have more so one part of the deformations will come from the splines that I'll make here for the rig, and the other of course comes from the mesh geometry. So I'm trying just to shape this in a good rest pose. fine. Maybe just slightly more. The subdivision surface modifier, at least for this kind of eyebrows rig, I think it's better to leave it right before the solidify modifier. So the order is shrink wrap, subdivision, solidify. The shape the eyebrows get is better with the solidify modifier at the end. This is how I understand it, but I'm not sure why this happens exactly. To rename this eyebrows so it will be eyebrows. Yes, for both sides, why not? Okay folks, now it's the time for some armature work and then wave painting, so bear with me, we will face all that. First, it's good that we use these options here, so let's hide these eyelashes because they will be on the way all the time. I will leave the eyebrows for now because I'll need this reference for making the eye contour rig, the bones, right? We need to visualize the armature first. I'll create these two extra bone layers for the control bones of the eye contour rig and then for the deform bones for the same rig. And currently I'll add everything for the eye contour rig on this layer and then I will separate the control and deform bones. So let's place the cursor here on that surface. Let's snap to the face nearest. This will be the starting position for the first bendy bone set. I will make a cyclic sequence of bendy bone sets starting here and ending here again. Add a bone. Let's change this B-bone display to octahedral to check the directions I'm making. I want to make a subdivision here. This could be a whole bone, but I found that this area is very intricate, so it's better perhaps to have this with more splines here. This shouldn't happen, by the way. I don't want to be seeing the eyebrows all the time here because it will affect the snapping. So I want really snapping on the face mesh, but not on the eyebrows. But as long as I know where it is going. Okay, so I want 3 splines for the eyebrow, something like that. And these also will serve as a controller. Also that one. So all this area is very important to the expression I'm trying to do. So this will be more massive stuff, the sides. But this is still the side, but it's sharing some value because of the eyebrows. And then for the bottom region, I'll make 3 splines too, but this area will be... Okay, so now they are suffering again with this kind of stuff. I don't know why. This is it's getting not exactly on the surface that I want. Face project maybe does a better work. Okay, this seems good enough. Now let's clear parent for all these bones and start separating them. I have already repositioned them, so instead I'll do something like that. And I'm having to grab everything just to make sure they are snapping, because when I rescale that I'm not sure if they... And I could do this also, but then I will not be sure if it is same thing. I will not be certain that they would be snapping. So I'll have to I want to make sure that I get this right. Even though the starting positions of the bone on edit mode doesn't immediately affect the deformations on pose mode, it's good to have them on a location that is... Alright, so I need to rename these bones. Let's select all, then batch rename bones, find replace, no, actually set names, new method, and name then def, eye contour, bendy bone, left 001. I put 0.001 to start with because otherwise it will create the first as nothing, and I find this is confusing. So let's do this and let's see if everything got correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, and now we can use the auto bone controller add-on. So one by one I will be adding the bendy bone set for each of them. The shape, custom shape, this needs to remain like that, no custom shape. This option, use color for controllers, no, otherwise it would cause glitch, bug. Subfix, I want to keep the start handlers that will be created. I find it easier like that, and I'll just put that for the moment, and that so that I know it will be for deletion. The amount of bone segments, this will vary according to the place. So for this one, let's try 3. Okay, so this should be ready. Add. There's also 3. Of course, maybe I should be doing this right now. Okay, let's continue. Then this one. This is a more important area. Let's put 5. Keep 5 too. Maybe here I put 6. Maybe 7 even. Can I control them from this? No, after I fix that. And this will be 5. This again 5. This we already got. Then 5, 5, and 6. Okay. There are a lot of stuff here. Let's separate the bendy bones from... Let's move this to the def layer. Okay, so now it's much easier to spot bones. I want to delete the end handler, so this. Yeah, it's better if I keep visible the bendy bones. Alright, so just checking if everything is okay here. Can be a bit confusing. Okay, so let's delete these ones. Well, I should make the renaming, right? So I'll pick all these bones, find and replace handlers for bones, right? We pick all this thing and replace with nothing, but then actually let's do something else first. Let's find BB for bendy bone and then BB replace with all this. Then find handler and substitute for nothing. Now we go and we do that and substitute that for, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. These bones sizes like that. While these, I can even turn them thinner. Alright, and now I need to start connecting them, because even though they don't have anymore the end handlers, the start handler of the following one, for example this one, this is its start handle bone, and it will be the end handler bone for that bendy bone.